What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
It's your boy, the real beat up. And right next to me, my co-host,
It's the
Woo Star. What's up,
Woo.
everybody, on this
What's up, y'all?
Tuesday afternoon? Yes, sir. We done put a fast one on y'all.
Yep. Pulled the fast one. Now we like about 20 hours late.
What's up, everybody? How
What's
y'all
going
feeling?
down?
Hope everybody feeling good, man. It's a beautiful week.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it is a beautiful week.
Beautiful. Beautiful week.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it is. It is cleanup week, y'all. We on
Yeah,
vacation.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Cleaning up week. Mm-hmm.
Clean up week. That's what we used to call it back in the day. Now they call it spring break.
Right.
And back in the day, mamas used to utilize it. They used to utilize that stuff too. It's cleanup week, so they make you clean the whole house.
The whole house.
The whole house. Yep.
And that's crazy. I didn't know that, but I just read somewhere it says Fred Hampton's gravesite gets shot up annually by police officers. They say you learn something new every day.
Oh man,
That's crazy, man.
that's terrible.
They hate that man that much, man. Man gone. Huh. That just let you know then there was definitely some facts to that.
Yes.
And man, that's crazy, man. People are still in that much of a denial going on today. That is crazy.
Mm-mm.
Yes. Yep. But as
Yeah.
y'all know, the Woo Star was under the weather, y'all.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. They had me on under lock and key at community hospital.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But I'm back now. I don't know. I think I'm better than ever.
Huh. Hey, well,
You
looking
know,
good.
I got a lot more energy, and I don't know. I went in with chest pains, and the people told me that I had a heart attack previously, uh,
Mm.
maybe about a year and a half, 2 years ago. So I didn't know nothing about it, But your body definitely can is an indicator of how you're feeling or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I kind of felt run down, and like I said, I was having chest pains and all kind of stuff. So I was exhausted, and now
Yeah. Got to get that
you know
help.
I got, yeah got a lot more energy. I guess I'm revitalized.
So tell
Yeah.
everybody, man.
Got to watch your diet. Got to exercise. Man.
It's a lot.
Drink lots of water.
But you gotta get it done. Yes, sir. That's good to see my brother with that water, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see
Oh
what's
yeah,
up with power.
the Black Power.
With the black power, the power, the power.
Black Power.
Yeah, you know we sent you the link. We on.
Oh shit. Yeah, man, I got
Oh, with Meech?
no Maurice, man.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, man. I ain't been out to the crib. I just planned on being there if this boy running around.
well, I ain't gonna discuss because we live, and I don't want to hear you don't want your business on the live. So
Right, yeah. Oh, so you live right now?
yeah, I'm live right now, bro.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
But you got the link, so whenever if you want to come on, you got the link.
How long you gonna be on?
We'll be on for about an hour.
Yeah, we on, bro.
Am I able to send music through the link, like a track?
Man, you could do whatever. I could listen to the tracks you sent me. I could send them.
You can put them on through there. All right,
Mm-hmm.
bet.
Yep.
All right, bet.
All right.
A few minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
They hating on ya. Yeah, man. They be hating on us, man.
Yeah, they do.
That boy Noah Crawford is different. Not joking. It's really sick.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Going out of town, y'all.
Yes, sir.
I'm
The
being
Woo
Vegas.
Star.
I'm being Vegas. That's one of my little getaways. I'm always in Vegas. Always in Vegas. Always down in Florida. Man, always in Puerto Rico. Man,
Just always something.
Yeah, them like my 3 getaways, or 4, because Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
I love Gatlinburg. Man, I go down there and
we definitely got to go back there.
Yeah, chill in one of them cabins. Get it in. Yeah.
We definitely got to go back there, man. Real. I can't wait to go back there. I had a ball.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely had a ball. I should say we. I didn't even say I. We had a ball.
We had a ball.
Yes, we did. So, man, blessings. Like my man be saying, blessings. I don't know who this. California. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Silence of the Lamb.
Is that what it said?
No, that's what I say. Silence of the Lamb. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Standard definition. I knew it was something going on while we look all not like how we normally look.
Right.
So I just fixed it though.
Yeah, I was
I'm listening.
on here trying to get to the birthdays, you know. I'm trying to
Okay. Birthday.
Birthday. But they're not popping up on my thing. In my notifications.
Why?
I don't know.
He said, I don't know. Well, I'm sure I can find a couple of them for us too.
Yeah, I'm gonna find some.
I'm sure I can. Because this is the birthday portion part.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yep, we got a couple birthdays here. Let me see here. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Okay, March 15th. So, what I got, Woody Eddie, when you're ready,
You
I
got
have.
something.
I got brother past master Tony Kane of United Lodge
Oh, yes,
740.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Birthday to my brother, Tony Kane.
Birthday to
Yes,
Tony
sir.
Kane.
Yes, sir.
Ain't nobody sang like Tony Kane.
Tony Kane.
Shout out to the brother. Yes, sir, past master for sure.
Yes, sir.
Then we got past worthy matron Christy Jordan of Charity Chapter 313.
Okay.
Sister, birthday.
Birthday.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
And that will conclude the birthdays that I have for today.
that's all
That's
in
all Shira Grand Chapter.
all the grand chapter.
Yep, birthdays. Yep, because we got Sun Soul Ray
Yeah.
last week and the brother Casey. So that's all I have.
Yep.
Shout out to all those people.
Shout out to Paris Nguyen. You know what I'm saying? That's Angie's son.
Oh, okay.
Birthday. His birthday was yesterday.
Birthday then, man.
Yeah. Man. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Birthday.
Well, that's a beautiful thing.
Okay, here we go. I found it.
Found it.
I found it.
Birthdays. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I wanna give a special shout out to my girl
that's her name.
yeah, they call her Tina Marie. You know what I'm saying? But
like the singer Tina Marie.
like the singer. Birthday.
Birthday. Shout out to her, Tina Marie.
Yeah. Tina Jones, Alice Grimes, Devon Pierre Patton,
Vaughn.
Miss Fierce Kelly, my man Steve O. Parker, Natasha Spain,
Dang.
Queen V, Dee Dee Jackson,
Right.
Natasha Belcher.
Wow. I got some
Nina Anderson, Jessica Marshall, Terry McDowell, Brianna Stringfellow, Arquette Rael, Janae Baker,
right.
Virginia, Miss Latasha Johnson. That's Jamil's sister.
Oh, okay.
Jennifer Brown, our very own Krista Cookie Jordan.
Oh, Cookie.
Yeah. Birthday. Sister
Birthday. Sister Cookie. Yes.
Layla Brazel. My girl, Tasha Vision Victory. Jillian Austin. Tony Dunbar. My man from the shop. His name is Khalil San.
Oh, okay.
And you know, that's the young boy who be in and he moved to New York to do like commercials and
oh
and all that.
I remember him. Yeah, I remember the young man.
Khalil, yeah. Our very own brother from Invictus Lodge, brother Rail Duncan.
Oh, okay. Birthday, Rail.
And our brother from the block, Jason So Fine Weems.
Oh, Wing, Jason Wing birthright. It sure is.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
JC. What
yeah,
up, Jay?
JC.
Him so fine.
Yeah. I want to happy belated birthday to my brother Quentin McLean,
Mm.
Mr. Michael Jai White, Quentin McLean.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Tawana Shireen Williams,
Mm.
birthday. That's Danny cousin.
Oh, okay.
That be making the cookies and stuff.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yes, sir.
Okay, that's
Yep.
what's
Uh, Nicole Smith, Maya Ellis, and our buddy Chef Mario, man. Birthday. He made his double nickels. You know what I'm saying?
oh man, that's what's up, man.
Yep. So as y'all could see, it was a lot of birthdays. A lot of birthdays. And yep. And some birthdays to come. My girl Erica from the shop,
Yes,
Christian
sir.
mom. Yeah,
Yep.
Erica Dimer.
Oh
And
yeah.
our sister, uh Danita Hill.
Oh yeah. Yep. It sure is gonna be Donita.
Yep. Uh and if I oh, Leonard Cook.
Oh, Leonard.
Yeah.
That's my man.
My girl Tanisha Bonner from the Grow Up. To uh my man Richard Johnson. Remember Rich that
You
used to
talking about
work in the
Rich that
shop
cut
with
hair,
us?
little Rich?
Yeah, used to work in the shop with us. Yeah.
Yeah, little
Yep,
Rich.
Rick.
Okay,
Yeah.
little
So
Rich.
yeah, so I just want to say happy birthday to all of you people. Everybody that I just mentioned, so
Mm-hmm.
birthday, man, and many more.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of them marchers.
Yeah. He said the marchers.
The marchers. A lot of them marchers. Yeah. Yep. Also, I got a little something. I don't know
I don't know.
if you want to put it out there right now.
Yes,
Under the
sir.
Tahuti Act.
Let's put it out there.
All right. Yep. A lot of people. Y'all know that my brother.
Oh, you know what, Woo? Before you do that, let me do this. Because we just had some breaking news. State lawmakers continue to work on a statewide ban of all forms of THC.
Oh, okay.
So the state trying to ban all forms of THC. That's crazy.
Oh, okay. Yep. I mean, they got about 2 million dispensaries.
And
You know what I'm saying? But they trying to ban.
It ain't gonna happen.
No.
That is not gonna happen. Trump gonna step in on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But I just had to get that out there. It was breaking news while during the time that we was giving the birthdays. So
Okay.
that's breaking news. But go ahead, my brother Woody.
Okay. So you know that the real B-Dub and myself, the Woo Star, we are part of an organization. We are Masons in the state of Illinois, and we are under the jurisdiction of Ancient Free and Accepted Masons, and we reside at the Most Worshipful King Cyrus Grand Lodge. Now, our subordinate lodge the one that we are a part of, the one that we founded,
It
it
right there.
is called Tahuti 19.
Yes, yes.
And a lot of people ask us why Tahuti. You know what I'm saying? Why why that? You know, because when we first introduced it, we introduced a symbol, and that symbol was the scales, and everybody thought we was Libras, but but we're not Libras.
Mm-hmm.
The scales, they are a representation of balancement, and that's what Tahuti was all about. He was all his deity. This deity was all about balancement.
What's up,
And
Greg?
and of course, you know,
My brother.
we are
Greg said too much money involved too. He was talking about the weed demo.
right,
Just to let you know. He said too much money.
right.
Like we said, too much money. Yes, sir. But go ahead, Woo.
Yeah, we got what you call we are Egyptian in nature.
Facts.
So we're drawing off Egyptian deity. And the one Egyptian deity that we draw off the most is Tahuti. And I'm gonna read y'all a little bit of something about Tahuti. And this will give you a little bit better insight as to why we chose that as our moniker. Okay, and this is coming from El Katub Shil El Maut. It is the Book of the Dead, or the Coming Forth by Day. It is inscribed by Dr. Malachi Z. York L. Tahuti, or Thoth, who is sometimes compared to Zoser in Egyptian doctrine, represented the divine intelligence. He is an old creator netter who hatched the world from an egg. He also sits on the bark of Ra, killing all enemies of Ra as they cross his path. He is the netter of time and measurement, mathematics, science, and the inventor of writing. He is represented by a baboon or an ibis or ibis with a lunar crescent and disc on his head. It is he who writes down all the dead men's actions at judgment. He was the great deity of the earth, air, sea, and sky. Sounds like Tamu Nefuset to me.
Mm-hmm.
He united in himself the attributes of many deities. So that's just a little bit of something about Tahuti and why we chose that as our moniker.
And just to great job. Well, just to piggyback on that a little taste. Just a taste. Another reason we picked that too, because we're writing our own story, as Wu explained, describe to write. So we're writing our own story also. So that's another reason why we chose Tahuti and what it represents, because that's what Tahuti represents, scribe, to write. So that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys really listened when I said that he was the deity of time and measurement.
Mm-hmm.
Mathematics and science.
Yes, sir. And also the underworld.
Right. ran the do-I.
Mm-hmm. That's good that we touch on that because again, like Wu said, a lot of people see the scales and
Mm-hmm.
first thing they think is Libra, but you got scales in the court system,
That's right.
but those scales are not balanced.
Mm-mm.
They
If you
like
if
this.
you if you look at them, they teetering.
Yep, they teetering. So that's letting you know that the justice system is not balanced for us.
Mm.
You follow?
And they also have a woman in behind there with a blindfold on.
Mm-hmm.
So that lets you know that justice is blind.
Blind justice, facts. Hey, next
Mm-hmm.
time you get a chance, pay attention. You go in the court system or any building that has that, you will see it. You know what I'm saying? And I could also, if we can also take from that too, being the female that they took her out of the picture also.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is just like saying the original uh, Statue of Liberty, which represents liberty, supposedly, but not
Mm-hmm.
liberty for us. The original Statue of Liberty was black. Definitely wasn't that one.
Right.
What you see in New York.
Right.
That statue represents what we like to call our women, and it's very degrading. And that
Harlot.
statue represents the harlot, which means the word queen. That's why I don't
Mm-hmm.
call our women queen, and they know that. And now they didn't put it out there to the point that they got us calling our women queens. When that word queen, the etymology of that word Quean, doesn't matter if it's Queen, it's still the same with the A.
Phonetically, it's still the same thing.
Still phonetically the same thing, and that means a harlot, a whore, a robust woman, or prostitute. Don't believe me or us. Research, look it up. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't call our women queens,
Right.
unless that's what they want to. If they want to be some whores or harlots, hey, more power to them. That's their choice. But me calling Nubian women queens is a no-no. So you'll never hear me say that.
Right. That's why the majority of the time I call them goddess. I refer to them as goddesses or
Yep. Or yep.
by
Or
their
Nubian
name.
women. Or just Nubian
Or,
women.
that's right.
Just Nubian women. You know what I'm saying? Nubans, the ones, the
New
Almacians, the ones who brought over the rubber tree.
Mm-hmm. Old Mac.
Yes, sir. The All Max, the one that Woo look like right now.
Right.
All Mac.
Old Mac head number 8.
Yes, sir.
They got one right. They got one right in front of the right in front of the Field Museum
Yes, sir.
downtown. Yep.
So those beings or tribe brought over the rubber tree. You know what I'm saying? So you can research this. You'll find out. That's how we got this wonderful rubber that we use on these cars and basketballs and footballs and all this rubber. You know what I'm saying? And they want you to think that they invented or created the rubber tree when we know rubber has to come from a dry region. You know what I'm saying? Where it's hot.
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't, you can't produce rubber here. You cannot produce rubber here unless it's synthetic. And we know that's made in a laboratory. That's synthetic rubber. It's not the actual true rubber. But yeah, and they know this. But just like everything else, it's our time, man. I mean, I know sometimes people think we're being racist, but it's not being racist. It was all good when the Europeans were, said that,
saying that it was them.
them, exactly. But now that we're finding out through research, like a lot of this stuff is stored in the Vatican. A lot of this stuff is stored in the Vatican.
That's just like your boy had all that. Putin had all that stuff in his vault.
Exactly, just like Russia.
Yeah.
See, he said, "Man, we represent the Black Jesus." You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of this stuff in the Smithsonian Museum. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it is in the Chinese museums. You know, they know.
Right. And then because the Asians know that they are our ancestors. They are our descendants.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because one of our greatest ancestors was
Khufu.
your man Genghis Khan.
Him too.
You know,
Both of them. Khufu and
Genghis Khan, Can Musa,
Yes,
Musa, Massa Musa,
Massa
all of
Musa.
those that was the son and that was the grandson and great grandson
Yes,
of
sir.
Genghis Khan.
Yes, sir.
So who Genghis Khan was he was a mongrel or a Mongol.
Hmm.
You know, they say Mongolians or whatever the case may be,
Right.
who literally conquered half of the world.
Right. But that would be the facts because you got three races: Negroid, Mongoloid, and Caucasoid. So yeah.
Right.
That would be. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely Genghis
yeah,
Khan.
they usually call it a germ though.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got the brown germ,
Right.
and you got
Red.
the red germ.
The germ. That's funny. But yeah, there is movies and books out that actually explain that talks about
Mm-hmm.
Genghis Khan and Musa Mansa and
Yeah.
about
We got
gold.
one written by our master teacher, Dr. Malachi York, and it's called "Let's Set the Record Straight."
Yes, sir.
And he talks in length about who Massa Musa, Genghis Khan, and Can Musa was. So
Right.
and he also talks about his lineage to Sacagawea.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh yeah. And if y'all didn't know who Sacagawea is, that is the wife to Ben York or Old York.
New York.
You follow? So yeah, they definitely know.
Right. And those are the people there who was they was on the exposition with Clark and to the North Pole or to Antarctica. Yeah. Ben and Clark.
See, Wooden touched on something now.
Mm-hmm.
And
They say got to go into it. Ain't no thing but ain't nothing to it but to do it. Hey, come on.
Yes,
a lot of times I know a lot of times we be trying to go off the dome, you know, from memory, but we want to get the facts straight. So
yep. It's crazy because it's so many it's so many scrolls by the old man. It's crazy. And man, as I go through them and look, I'll be like, dang, yep, that is, yep, and yep. So y'all got to excuse me as I look for this book to make sure I got it on here.
yeah, just like I seen the other day you was reading the women who changed the course of history.
Yes, I was. I definitely was. I was reading that with a sister, you know what I'm saying, and just showing her how great they are. You know, the old man told us because you know when that book came out at the time, and we, you know, men was like, "Dang, women changed the course of history and how all they, you know, they deviousness and plots and shit." He said, "Oh, don't jump to conclusion too fast." He said because all the shit of men, he said he couldn't even put it in one book. So, you know, hey, don't toot your horn too fast. You say you talking about the women. You say all the diabolical and evilness of men couldn't put in
Right.
words.
Yeah, men are extremely diabolical.
Yes, sir. So I'm just waiting for it to come up. It's coming up. But in the meantime, like we were saying, this is
Yeah.
a hell of a book.
Yes, it is. Let's set the record straight.
Yes, sir. It's a hell of a book.
Oh yeah.
So in this book, and I'm gonna just go back to the front pages. As y'all can see, the introduction itself is off the chain. Let me get to it. Let me go back. As y'all can see, oh man, let's set the record straight on this ding. And one of my favorite sayings, walk in the light of the sun as if all can see you at all times. Bathe in the light of the sun as if it can, as does heal all things. Take each step in its warmth as if the sun is your true loving parent, and think of it as the source of all life, as we are all known, as we all know it is. For without the sun, there will be no life, as we know it. This we all know. The source of all life, as we are all known, as we. I don't know why that. Oh, that was you. I'm like, why is I'm double? Why I ain't got that on?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay. But just getting to the introduction along this book. I don't know why I keep skipping. I'm gonna stop playing with me. As I need to get to the part that what we were just talking about. Matter of fact, let me do that. I don't know why this is messing up the slides. Okay, here we go. Let me take my glasses off. Here we go. Page 19. That's what I'm trying to get to. We're talking about the Almacs. Oh, why were the Nubans called Almacs too? This is a hell of a. When we get ready to get into this right here, man, page 19. Let me go to 19. It's got to be. Okay, what page is that? 9, 12. And this also ties into the part when he was talking about Sacagawea and he's saying, who was Ben York? Which was what Wu was saying. She's on the 2000 coin that President Clinton put out. And it's kind of funny that he put that coin out in that Sacagawea. But Ben York was the given name of the son of Yusuf bin Ali, also called Abdullah bin Ali, born 1756 to 1861, was a washerwoman named Wardo Salim Idris, also known as Rose, daughter of Sharuf and Salim Idris of the Idris dynasty, who were Moorish Malians, who came with one of the many ships that sailed over here from Africa by African navigators from Mali. Riding the African tide or current, the Idris dynasty were the first Arab rulers of the whole of Morocco. They were the descendants of Bali, son of Rabah and Hama, an Ethiopian Moor born 1551 to 1641 AD. This Bali was of the Hebrew Essence branch of the Shriners, who was responsible to pass the scepter of rulers from Israel to Ishmael, giving Muhammad his link to the ancient Shriners. Hmm. Did that just to the ancient Shriners? Okay. Split. One branch continues south along the coast. The other branch flows into the Atlantic and became the North Equilateral Current. This strikes the American coast in a brand band for the Guinness Thought Allies, or what's that? Nope. Antilles. The strongest part of the current runs along the coast of Venezuela, from the Trinidad to the Guraja Peninsula to the coast of the Senegal and Gambia. Was a prosperous region indeed, for this was the Atlantic border of the ancient Mali. It was out of the Senegal River into the Atlantic that the fleet, who were of the Idris dynasty of Abu Bakr, half brother of Mansa Khan Musa, sailed from the West Islands. That's what we were just talking about. Musa. Ben York's mother's father was of the Idris. And you see, giving you that. The brother of Said called Sharif Nobles, the Idris, held power in Morocco from 789 AD to 926 AD. The Idris was succeeded by other dynasties, both Red Arab and Red Berber. That's where the term Barbers come from. So that talks about the African current. So, and that's just letting you know, we were just letting you know about Ben York and where he come from. Now, this is where they get into it, where they say Abu Bakr, the half-brother of Mensa Khan Musa, arrived on the shores of America. There were already Almacs from Nubia, a southern Sudan. Both men were known as Nubans, the original nine-ether woolly head beings, and not the Nubans. The Almacs also referred to as rubber people. They came here before the continental drift by walking here millions of years ago.
Right.
Y'all hear that? Not by ship.
Not by ship, not by
slave.
none of that. They walked over here.
They walked here millions of years ago before the continental drift and setting up what is called today Atlantis, coming from the ancient Mizraim language of the Ashuric branch of Kushite language, and can be found in Arabic as Atlan, from the wood word Atla, meaning to vacate, vacation, or travel to another place. So they named the place Atlan, which is dual in Arabic, explaining one of the South America, which became a Maxima from Hexa. Yep. And Aksum, and one for North America, which was Atlan. And as you can see, the Almacian heads. And if you look at Wu head next over there.
Almac head number 8.
You can see. That's why we be calling Wu Almac. Where did the Nubians or Almacs come from? The Nubans or Nubian or Nuwapians came from Nuba or Nubia, a country in southern Sudan, which included Ethiopia, originally called Aksum or Assam, Uganda, and Kenya. They are the original nine-ether woolly-head beings, descendants of the Anunnaki. In the Nubians language, Nuba is said to mean gold. Yes, sir. This is reference to the gold that was put under their feet. This gold can be traced in Genesis 2:12, where it says, the gold in that land was good. Zaab. The word being used is Zaab, not Nub. There are many different words for gold in the dialects of Noah's Sea. They are Ba Tasa, Ka Wutza, Ka Thing, Sagur, Fawaz, and Zahab or Zahub. As you can see, hey, how did that go back? When did that happen? History and say something just skipped. I don't know what that was, but something just skipped. Well, let's go back over there. Oh, is the wood word Nubi or Nubians or Nubians. It means color, inclining to black, in reference to the
Mm-hmm.
Nubians, the kinky, woolly-haired people. When you look up the language of Nubia, you will see that it takes you back to a kind of Cushite dialect, which is also includes the Hamites, the Pataites, and the Mizraimites, who are descendants of Noah and his sons. And this is what I need to get to pass because this is what we was building on yesterday. The original Nubians migrated from the Persian Gulf up into the Sumir and set up 7 kingdoms: Talmud, Salam, Mu, Lemuria, Qadesh, Nippur, and what's that? Ashkelon. Some stayed while others migrated west to Egypt and set up 7 more kingdoms: Scythia, Cush, or Kish, Kutha, Sarupat, Uruk, Ishin, and Eridu Kush, or Eridu, I'm sorry. Cush became, or Kish became Cush in the Bible
Mm-hmm.
after Noah's time. Put took over Libya, or Foot
Libya.
took over Libya.
Libya.
Cush
Right.
took over Ethiopia and Sudan, and Mizraim took over Egypt. They also migrated over here to America and settled in what was known as the land of the frogs, Algoria. Who are the Olmecs and where did they come from? The Olmecs were the original woolly-haired, dark olive-toned people who originally came from Nuba, South and Central Africa. They walked over to America before the continental drift. The name Olmec was given to them by their children, the Aztecs. Many years after they migrated, this phone stay going on. Many years after they migrated to America, the word Olmec means people of the rubber land. However, the original name is Nubans, from the word noob or noob. Most historians say that they don't know the origin of the Olmecs, while some historians claim that the Olmecs existed in America during the pre-Columbian era. Why were they Nubans called Olmecs? The Nubans were called Olmecs, dwellers of the rubber land, by the Aztecs because they migrated to America. They brought along with them rubber trees. They uprooted these trees and planted them here in America, as mentioned earlier. The Nubans walked over to America from Africa before the continental drift and became known as Olmec, or rubber people. This is why when the Europeans came over, they saw that the natives were playing games with a bouncing ball made of rubber. The rubber was extracted from trees that the natives called kuuch, a word meaning weeping wood, for the oozing fluid coming out of the trees. I wonder, did that sound familiar, y'all? A rubber ball? The fluid was systematically cultivated in pre-Columbian America, which is when the Olmec civilization existed. The Europeans took pieces of the gummy material back to Europe and tried to duplicate it. The water-resistant products such as shoes, coats, caps of the native South America, however, they were unsuccessful. Samples that were brought back to Europe became merely a museum piece for the next 2 centuries. Rubber trees can be found in Central and South America, but mainly in Brazil along the Amazon Valley. Natural rubber trees can also be found in Central Africa countries, Liberia, Nigeria, and Zaire. Today, rubber is produced from a wide variety of plants, especially Heva bristling, a tall, softwood tree native to Brazil, but also from species of Mabia, Mahite, Spaham, Ficus, and others. Outlying areas are rubber producing areas of the world. Rubber is also produced from latex, which is produced from gum trees. These gum trees can only be found in Africa. This gum is called Arabic gum. It comes from, yep, Arabic gum. It comes from a species of plants called acacia.
Ah.
Sprinkle of acacia. Yes, for
Preach.
those that know. The first quality of Arabic gum is found in Acacia, Senegal, from which this gum got its name. A fine quality of gum known as Arabic is also found in the northwestern countries of Africa. One of these countries is Mali, which was just one of the countries that made up the Malian kingdom, where Abu Bakr II, also known as Bubakari or Bugari, and Mansa Musa, ruled before selling on the African tires over to the shores of America. So we ain't gonna talk about Colombia because we talked about Columbus before. But this just shows you that, you know, what up, Clint Nathan Curry? Yes, sir. What up, Clint? But this just shows you how they have kept this type of information from us, you know, because it would prove again who and what we are and where we come from. You know, just letting people know that we've been here, that, you know, we didn't just come on slave ships. Our ancestors were already here, man, all over the planet.
That book say we walked over here millions of years ago.
Right, millions, way before that. So that's 1600. That's why I always tell people in school they only teach you the 1600s. They don't talk about before then. They get right to the 1600s and think that's where we started. No,
right.
That is not where our story starts. Our story is way greater than that.
Way
this
greater.
Is the reason why we got to do research, man, and this is the reason why we got to know where we come from and stop letting them tell us where we come from, because they come from us. We don't come from them, and that's just the facts. And again, it's not racist. It's what it is. Like I said, it was all good.
Right.
You know,
when Jesus was white.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? When most of these people they talk about were European, you know what I'm saying? Now that they finding out that they wasn't European and that they were Nubian or Nubans, Nuwapians, you know what I'm saying? Now it's a problem, you know.
Now it's a problem.
It was all good. And see,
good just a week ago.
You know what I'm saying? Our great ancestors who, man, blood, sweat, and tears, man. And again, like I was just having a conversation with somebody, you know, and they was talking about their grandparents out, and you know, they was, you know, about them reading. And I was like, well, the reason why they couldn't read because it wasn't their language.
Right.
They were beat into learning how to speak English. You know what I'm saying? This is not our language. This was beat into us to learn. And that's why they say we couldn't read or write. No, we couldn't read or write their languages. No, we couldn't. It wasn't our language. It wasn't for us. So that's why it makes more sense when you learn your language as opposed to English, and it be so confusing and you have a hard time with it. I promise you, when you start learning other languages, it's so easy. It is not hard at all. It's really not. It's just about using parts of your body that you haven't used, that you're supposed to use, that they tell you, like for instance, your tonsils. Your tonsils are very important. You should never get rid of your tonsils unless you really, really have to. Other than that, you should never get rid of your tonsils because they connect to your larynx and they give off certain vibrations and tones and rhythms.
And it gives you it gives you the ability to access different things when your pituitary gland is
restored. Yes,
that's
sir.
Right. It's restored or activated, however you choose to say it.
However you choose to say it. Yep. Oh, what is a pituitary gland? It's the gland that was hooked up to your hippocampus area in your brain and cerebrum. and also hooked up to your tonsils and larynx, where you had random access to access these higher, what we
Your
call
four
senses.
higher senses.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You think 5 senses that we have supposedly, which is smell, touch, see, hear, and what's the other one? Smell, touch, hear, see. Y'all know the other one. But anyway, all of that is just one perception. It's just touch. That's it. All that is touch when you touch something.
Mhm.
So that's just one sense. But we have higher senses called telepathy, intuition, psychometry, clairvoyance. And we use it to this day still because those are still on our synapses and on our endings of our brain. So you use them sometime and you be like, for instance, I give an example, intuition, which means
Mhm.
having a gut feeling like something gonna happen. Many of times we done stood on corners or been somewhere where you get that gut feeling and say, hey, I'm about to leave. Some feel like it's about to happen. And sure enough, as soon as you leave, something happens. Just like that. Or clairvoyance, sight beyond sight. They came out with a movie called Thundercats. Thunder,
Mhm.
thunder, sight beyond sight.
Thundercat.
That's the first thing he said. It was the eye. But all the time, clairvoyance, able to see things before it happened. You know what I'm saying?
Clear sight.
Clear sight. I can see
Clairvoyant.
clearly
Clarity.
through the
That's
rain.
that. Think about it. The root word of it is clarity.
Yep, facts. So they know this. Again, these are just things that they don't want to talk about or tell you about. So when you watching those movies like Lucy or
Right.
Immortals,
Or immortals. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? When you watching these movies dealing with
Or
telepathy,
eternals.
right? You know what I'm saying? Able to read one's thought, you know what I mean? Because we do have those abilities. We just don't use them because we have been taught not to use them like we should. So you do have those abilities, but it's children being born today with them. And we call them super babies or super strengths or superheroes. But in that word, when you look up that word Heru or
Or
Heru or
Heru.
hero, that's what you're looking, going back to the ancient deity Horus.
Heru. Horus.
Heru. Yep. Heru, Horus, who was the son of um
Useer. Or
Osir or
what you
Isis
or
or
you would call Osiris. Or
Osiris
you
or
or
Aset.
Set.
You know what I'm saying? That was the son of them. In Masonry, no, I'm not gonna even do it. Y'all
You can
niggas
go ahead.
ain't ready.
Go ahead. In masonry.
So in Masonry, right, you're taught these stories. You follow? And these stories come from certain books or things that has been watered down. He said, no, I'll do it. Big T said, Big Tory, oh, that's Junior. What's up, boy? What's up, little Tory? He said, no, I'll do it. So since he
Yeah.
said do it, that's my man.
All the way down in Texas. If
All
you're
the way
ever
down
down
in
in
Texas,
Texas,
you
look
can
me
look
up.
me up.
Go ahead.
So if he say do it, I gotta do it then. So when you talk Hotep, my brothers, definitely Hotep, bro. You already know, man. Definitely. You know we only doing our due diligence as usual.
That's right.
We're only doing our due diligence as usual, as taught by the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. York, who has blessed us, the ancestors, with these gifts to give our people, which some don't, respect or accept. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because we're on a short path.
Right. They call it the Sarata Mustaqim.
Yes, sir. The straight and
A
narrow.
long, we taking a long walk on a short path.
Yes, sir.
The straight and narrow path.
The straight and narrow. The Sarata Mustaqim. So in Masonry, right, we talk about a widow, right? And a widow's son.
Man.
Just give it. Because if I don't give it, it wouldn't be right. It was given to me.
Indeed.
Way before I was a Mason, it was given to me. You know what I'm saying? So, which I can't even say way before I was a Mason. I've always been a Mason. I've always been mama's son. Just not knowing that that's what I was. But in Masonry, they talk about the widow and who's the widow's son. If we go and do some studying and do some research, you'll find out who that widow is and the widow's son. Just going to say that. I'm not going to give it to you because I want people to, I really want you to study. I don't want to just give it to you like that. But I'm giving you a hint. I done already hinted at it. Me and Wooden already talked about it.
I mean, we actually gave you the answer.
And gave the answer, but you still don't understand it or get it until you start reading those stories or doing your research, you know what I'm saying, your due diligence, and find out as Masons, you know what I'm saying, who and what we are. You know, and man, it's amazing because on my hat, put this up here, on my hat, you see the compass square, and right in that compass square is a spider, which represents
the widow.
You follow? So it's amazing because we never get asked these questions. You know, no one never asks me, why do you have a spider inside your compass and square and not a G? You know what I'm saying? The G came so much later. Now I can give this. This is easy. The G came so much later, it's crazy. The G is nothing but a circle and a square, which
That's
represents 360 and 360.
60.
Which gives
720.
you 720. You follow? George said he was just talking to a brother about that the other day. I'm sure. Damn sure. Which gives you 720. But what we know, the sacred number behind that is really 9.
Indeed.
So we know
there is no number higher
than 9. So we know this. So when you get 360 and 360, which gives you 720, which actually equals 9, you know what I'm saying? That compass and square, that's what it's talking about. Yes, sir. That circle and square, which the circle birthed the square. And that's why we square off our deeds and actions.
Right.
Based on the square. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because the circle originated as a dot.
Yes, sir. El Cooped.
El Cooped. The center.
The center. So knowing that that circle, right? And it just like Wu said, when you get to 9 and you get to 10, you start all over again. 1 0, 1 2. But as you looking at these numbers and you adding these numbers, 2 and 1 is 3. The numbers ascend and descend, but all of them tie back into 9. 9 being our highest number. From whence come you?
From whence come you?
I ask. From whence come you? You follow? You know, from the holies of holies. Thus the term my son, Masons, because we come from the holies of holies. We come from that sacred geometry, that sacred womb. You follow? So these are some of the things that what people think is a secret, right, was kept sacred. The best kept secret kept sacred is the Nubian woman at the end of the day. It's nothing like the Nubian woman. She's the only woman that bears mitochondrial DNA. And it's only passed from mother to daughter. Don't believe nothing we tell you. Please don't. Look it up. research it, come back, let's have a discussion, please, and go further and build as men, as great builders like our ancestors were. You know what I'm saying? Because we are builders by right, and that's
Man.
RITE, WRIGHT,
RITE.
RIGHT, RIWRITE. Yes, sir. Hence being widow's son. Yep. Without going into it, Tori. Yes, sir. Yes, sirree. Man, good to see you on here, bro. On the real. I know your dad always at us.
Mm-hmm.
He always at us too, man. I hope you're having a good time down there, bro. I really do. Because there's a few people in Texas, man, they want me to come down there. And I say, I got to go see Mike.
Yeah, we got to go see Mr.
Gotta go
Walton.
see Mike. I'm gonna have to take. Hey, we're gonna have to take us a trip to Texas, man. We're gonna have to, because there's a lot of people down there that we know.
Yeah, we got a lot of people down there that we know.
Yeah,
and they all in
down
Houston.
there.
They're all in Houston and Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, man, we definitely got to come down there, man. Do a podcast too.
Oh yeah.
He said, "Bro, I miss our old barbershop talks, throwing bones."
That's right.
Doubt. No doubt. Yes, sir. Ain't nothing like
Yes,
it, man.
sir.
Ain't nothing like it, man. I'm glad Wu said, let's do this early, because like he said, we can get it in.
That's right.
We can get it in.
No restrictions. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody, they pretty much just not getting off work or whatever the case may be, or or they're at work and
Right.
they tuning in, but because a lot of times when we be on at 7, people be doing other stuff, they about their day or trying to get their night squared away.
This brother Scott right here, I know who this is.
Oh yeah, that's Phil.
Yep, because
that's what's up.
Excuse me.
Yes. So, yep. I don't know. I just want to say, that don't believe none of the information that we tell you. Research it for yourself, and that way you will know. Because we don't want you to believe nothing. We want you to know. Be in the know. Research it for yourself. It's a whole bunch of resources that's available to everybody. Especially with the onset of this AI stuff. You can get to a virtual assistant through AI and just speak it. Say, hey,
he down there in the basement, man.
AI person, hey, research this for me or do this for me, and it just pop up. So
my junkiness.
Brother Phil, what's going down with you?
What's
going on?
What's cracking?
I
see my boy Tory Brewer saying something on there.
Yeah, that's Junior.
Oh yeah.
Yep. He was on here chit-chatting with us. We was
yeah, we raised Tory.
What he was at. But
we just Tory
all Max.
Okay.
Yeah, the Tories, the two Tories, they came from me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy
senior and junior.
Uh-huh.
Junior little hot tail self.
He done calmed down a lot, man. He ain't the same like he.
Oh, I know.
He ain't buck wild like he used to be, man.
That's right.
Very knowledgeable young man too now.
I love my Brewer brothers,
I love my Brewer boys.
Yeah, oh my God.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Two great guys for sure.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm over here, man. In case y'all don't know, this is my sovereign, Grand Commander Phil Scott sitting here, and it's a pleasure.
He said,
Oh yeah.
Yup, Tori say Phil. So it's a pleasure, man, to have him amongst us, man. You know, everybody don't get that.
Not at all.
That's an
love my
honor.
brothers.
It's an honor, man. Whenever I'm sitting here chopping it up with this brother, whether we at the lodge or wherever, it's always a pleasure, man. Always good conversations. It's always a beautiful thing. But yeah, we were just sitting here chopping it up, man. Talking about the Almacs and how they brought over the rubber tree and
Right.
you know
And
what I'm
how
saying?
they been here for millions of years and not
Here.
just the
Right.
the
They walked
1600.
over here.
Right.
How they walked over. I think, did I send you that book?
Oh,
Let's set the record straight. I thought I sent
no,
it to
you
you.
didn't send that to me.
You will get it today. That because in that book was the one. Actually, I was talking with Paz Grand the other day because he was upstairs studying,
Mhm.
and I was telling him how our ancestors were already here
Yeah.
because he was reading the Cain and Abel story and things like that of that nature. And he said the brothers have been talking about, you know, when Cain killed Abel
Right.
and he got thrown out and he went into the land of Nod,
Mm-hmm.
and he said he'll be slayed. And God said, well, I'll put a sign,
Mark
mark,
came.
Right.
at least anyone touch you, they'll be, you know,
That's,
sevenfold.
that's why you see in a lot of the movies, they always speak of the mark of Cain.
Yes, sir. They always speak of it. So his question, or what he was saying, what we was talking about, how, where did the people come from? Because see, they never mentioned that. And I said, well, they do. I said, you got to go to Genesis 1:26.
Mm-hmm.
And they do mention that before Adam and Eve, where those people actually came from. Adam and Eve was not the first people.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
They were not the first people.
But you got to think about it. That's his story, not our story.
No doubt. That's his
Right.
story.
Yes, sir.
So I was telling him, I said, well, if you go back past Grand, look at Genesis 1:26, it said God created male and female.
Created
them,
him
and
them.
blessed them. Right. And blessed them, told them be fruitful and multiply
Right.
and eat of the tree of life,
Mhm.
which is the tree of good and evil, which we know what that tree really is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, and then that's when we was getting to the part about the apple, you know, where did they get that from? Because I was like, the word apple doesn't even appear in the Bible to Proverbs. That's the first time you even hear the word apple. And it's 8 times in the Bible, but that's like later on.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You got me on that one.
Oh, yeah. So I was telling them, like, why do they say apple?
Mm.
And he was saying, because
Right.
they said, because of the tree, you know what I'm saying, of good and evil. And see, that's why we were talking about it was a tree of good and evil. You know what I'm saying? Not a fruit tree.
Right.
It said be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah.
So a lot of people or a lot of these preachers took upon themselves to say an apple, where there was never an apple. It wasn't even an orange or banana. It wasn't none of that. But
Right. And I know a lot of times people try to say, oh, it was a pomegranate.
Yeah, or pomegranate.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely
But-
heard that
Now, I heard that because it means plenty.
plenty. Yep.
Right. It means plenty. But no, it was not.
It never said that in the book. We
Right.
take and want to add our own words. When you read that book, and this is what it says, you want to take it and change it. But Matthew's 5 told you that. Not one jot nor tittle should be changed.
One tittle.
All
That's
is
right.
fulfilled.
Mhm.
So how you changing what it says or what was written according to that scripture. You know what I'm saying?
But so that's the knowledge of that's the knowledge of the preacher, because the preacher,
Go to seminary school.
not even that. But see, they use it and they mold the word.
Yeah, that's
Into
true.
their
too.
own
That's
way.
right. That's true. That
which
is
is
true.
not theological.
Theological. Yeah.
Right. Correct.
That is right. That is
Yeah.
true. Because
That's
they
right.
actually go to seminary school where they're taught. And it's funny because Wu got a cousin, D.
Mhm.
Mike, who used to
Mhm.
work there. And
He used
that's
to
all
work
he
at
used
a
to talk about,
seminary.
like, man.
my ex-wife used to work there as
Yep, and
well.
his ex-wife.
Mm.
Yep. And they used to talk about that all the time, how
At
they taught
McCormick Theological
you
Seminary.
know what I'm saying? And take out certain stuff and put in certain stuff and make you think that this is what it is when in reality it's not. You know, because we always tell everybody the first book is actually Revelations. That is the first book.
That's common sense.
Right.
Revelations is the
Because
first book. It tells you about everything.
That's the book of prophecy.
The root word there is reveal.
What'd you say, Woo?
The root word there is reveal.
Reveal.
Yes.
Exactly. To reveal. That is the root word. So, you know, a lot of people, preachers change things to fill seats in their pockets. Facts.
There you go, doctor.
Facts. Facts, story.
Yes.
Hey, man, I need to send you a link, man.
You need to sneak up here to Chicago.
Yeah. Let you come on, man, and kick it with us on this podcast.
Well,
we invite everybody, man. I swear we want everybody to come on and have a good time and chop it up, no matter what we talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's not to try to make somebody become what we are. You know what I mean? That is not our intentions. Our intentions is to give our story and stop, like my brother just said, quit giving his story.
That's right.
Because his story is definitely not our story at all.
Nope.
And our story starts a way long time ago.
Yep.
Than some goddamn 6,000, 7,000 years ago.
Right. That's just like last week. All these people were celebrating St. Patrick. Come on,
Yep.
man. You're going to celebrate a mass murderer?
Huh.
Right.
Man, that
All of those so-called leprechauns, the Twa people.
the Twa people.
You know.
Yep. But that's what they'll do, though.
Yeah. They're gonna turn a whole civilization of people.
Right. They call him a saint.
into leprechauns and then call him a saint.
Right. That's what Phil was just saying. Then turn around and call him a saint. St. Patrick's. Man. The only thing that I get out of that I really like is the color green. Because that's our color, and they know that.
Mm-hmm. That's a healing color.
That's our color. It's a healing color.
Yeah.
Healing force.
That's why I recommend if anybody's into gems and stones and things like that, you know what I'm saying, get you some malachite, you know what I'm saying, and keep it close to your heart. Hey.
Mm-hmm. Tori, that was my number I just put, man. I done had that number forever. You might have it, you might not, but I done had that number forever. So I can definitely hit me up so I can send you a link whenever we on again. You know what I'm saying? How was your day, bro?
It was all right. It was peaceful.
You had to work or no?
Yeah, I went to work.
Oh, okay.
I had to go get blood.
Oh, you had to go to get a vampire some blood?
Man.
I was just watching Blade. I watched Blade yesterday, all the Blades again.
It came on yesterday?
I was watching it on, I got the Fire Stick,
Right,
so I just go in there and watch them all. I just happen to be watching them. And it's crazy because you already know when it first come on, first thing it say is an Amin Ra production.
Yep.
That's right.
Yes.
That's your boy. That's Wesley.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And it's just funny, man, how the whole thing is talking about shit. What do you call it?
The blood god?
Yeah, not the blood god, but royalty.
Royalty.
Because that's what the blood represents, royalty, you know, bloodlines.
And you saw the glyphs?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell yeah. Especially in the first one.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That ain't nothing but cuneiform in New Wapping. Then they got, in the second one, they got the cuneiform in the second one with the scripts. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. We got all them books.
Yeah.
We got we literally got those books, those languages, right? It's crazy. But yeah, it's definitely a blessing to know that we are much greater than. He say, okay, Woo, send me your number too, Woo.
Okay.
Yeah, he said sentiments number 2. It's crazy because our ancestors have left so much information for us.
Man,
It's here, but it's up to us
to find.
to find it, to want to
Right.
know. Because a lot of us don't want to know. We don't care. I'm talking to people all the time. They go, why you always talking about the past? What do you mean the past is important? It's a reason why they're trying to get rid of your past. You don't get that? They're trying to wipe it out. If I'm trying to wipe out something, that means I'm trying to hide something because I don't want
That's
you
right.
to know.
Think about all the whitewashing that they doing in the pyramids, you know what I'm saying, with the stelas. You know, they're just making all of the glyphs and all of that stuff to picture them.
Yep.
Or what
Depictions.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what was that? The 19th when all the planets aligned?
Oh yeah, that was on the 19th. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You was able to see it. Yeah,
and
definitely.
too many people didn't catch the reason behind it.
No, they didn't. They didn't. Well, they not. We know our ancestors used the stars for mapping and things of that nature. We didn't go by no calendar. That was our calendar.
Yep.
Not this Gregorian bull crap.
Think about the Dogons. You know, the Dogons of Mali. They've been had star maps in their caves way before people even knew where these planets was.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm talking about mathematically everything on point mathematically.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man.
Right.
Everything on point.
They have been charting the star Sirius.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In the caves, you know, and all of that, way before they was found in what was it, 1946 or something like that.
And when they found the Dead Sea Scrolls in the
Qumran
caves, yep, the Dead Sea Scrolls in the Qumran caves. But see, that just go to show you why are you hiding all this. So that should tell us something like, wow, you know what I'm saying? We are greater than what we are, but they know this, you know. So
but you know, a lot of our history is hid in the Vatican.
Just said that earlier.
Just said that earlier. I said, man,
yep.
They have there in the Smithsonian Museum. Oh man, they got so much of our stuff, man. It's great. In Washington,
Scotland Yard.
Yep. Oh, definitely Scotland Yard.
Yep.
You go to Scotland Yard, you ain't gonna see nothing but all our ancestors. You ain't gonna see nothing but black pictures up.
Yep.
Moors.
The Blackamoors.
The Blackamoor. That's definitely in Scotland Yard. That's why they don't want us over there.
Hell, we were the first kings and queens.
Yeah. Definitely the first. Well, before that, pharaohs and pharisees.
There you go. Yeah.
Like I was just explaining to them, I don't use the word queen, man. I never call one of our women queens. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because queen, when you look up the etymology of the word queen, which is spelled Quean instead of Queen, it means a harlot, a whore, a prostitute, or a robust woman.
Really?
Yes.
Right. And it doesn't necessarily matter what the spelling is. The pronunciation and the phonetics is still the same.
Right.
Yep. But if you look up and when you see it, you're gonna see the actual etymology of the word, and it's Quean. Thus, where do you go get ice cream from? Dairy Queen. And what is the symbol? It's a white woman with a crown on her head.
Right.
You follow? Yeah. So they know this, and then where's the other one that you see wearing the crown or the harlot, which ain't the original Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, that hole. He said,
and you look.
That hole right there. That hole right there. Yeah. Which wasn't the original statue.
No, that's the second.
That's the second one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that was another thing we was talking about too, which is in that book too that I'm gonna give you. Mm-hmm. We talking about, because they talking about Prince Hall.
Oh Lord.
So we was telling her, I explained it to her who Prince Hall really was.
Right.
Benjamin Banneker. He was Prince
Right.
the Hall.
He was the Prince of the Hall.
He was the original, and he was the Moor that taught George Washington.
That's right.
And he was actually the one who also built the White House and the Black House. But they don't talk about Benjamin Banneker. You know what I'm saying? They try to make you think that he ain't on shit, that he wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you look up Benjamin Banneker, you come to find he was very.
He also did the whole layout for Washington D.C.
Yes, he did. Yep. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
It's due east and west.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I laugh at, when these Prince Hall brothers, I be like, y'all don't even know where that term came from, man. You do not know your story. Y'all was operating with a writ for so long before the UGLA. Yep. Even, and then that was another thing too, me and Pat, because we was talking about, because matter of fact, Tim brought it up. I said, Tim, they was talking about the G in the composite square. And I was like, the original composite square didn't have nothing in it. That's why UGLA rocks it. They know it didn't have the original composite square didn't have nothing in it. That's why they don't have no symbol in it. No
your boy, what's his name? What's his name? Morals and Dogma guy.
Albert Pike.
Albert Pike. Albert Pike is the one who put the G in the middle.
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
He sure is.
And he explains it in this book.
Yep. Him and his cronies, along with Madame Belansky.
Yep, and Alistair Crawley.
And Alistair Crawley.
And all of those cats.
Adam Westheight, all of them. Sure did. Yep. Albert Pike. Dogma. That's the other field, that's his favorite.
Yeah.
That's why I'll be like, dude.
Mr. Valancourt.
Yeah, man. He has no clue. But it's all good.
Love my brother.
Yeah, I still love Phil, man. The other Phil, he good. But I got a better Phil now. Yes, sir. One that looked like you and me.
Oh, yeah.
We just chopping it up, man. Just getting some, since we didn't podcast yesterday, you know what I'm saying? And let Wu get his rest on. Got it again. Over there looking like Buddha Mac.
Well.
Looking like the real All Mac number.
All Mac head number 8.
Number 8. All Mac in head number 8. And that's crazy, man. Because they got those, when I was explaining to somebody the other day, and they was like, All Mac. I was like, yeah, you know what All Mac is? I said, your face round just like one. Like, no, I don't know what. I said, all them All Mac heads they got outside the museums and all that. You don't know what an All Mac is?
That's because a lot of our people are afraid to pick up a book. I think, and it's not really they're afraid to pick up. They're afraid to what they're going to learn.
Yep.
That's right.
That's true. Because a lot of people come to find out what they grandparents, and that's what I was telling a girl too. I was like, you can't get mad at your great-grandmother because they were only doing what they were taught.
That's
right. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the slavery thing. I said they were taught to read and write somebody else's way of life.
That's right.
That was our way of life. It didn't that they didn't know how to, and that's why I said it didn't that they didn't know how to read or write.
Right.
I said we had language and we had our own language, traditions, and customs way before that. I said when those slaves were brought here, they were forced to learn somebody else's way of life. Thus, the term hide it and put it in the book. You know what I'm saying? Because English wasn't our language. English was not our language, and still not our language. Just real. We just speak it because this is where we at. It's where we were forced to.
Believe it or not, English is not a language.
It's not. Your boy just said it, Trump.
Yep.
He said, I'm making English a language. I swear he just said it 2 weeks ago.
Yep, because it was on the news.
It was on the news. English is going to be the national language. Yep. I'm like, man, I've been telling people this for so long, and they're like, no, English is a language. No, English, this is our language. Well, so what? This is what I speak, and so what? I say, okay.
Right. Because because if you go to the etymology of a lot of words and everything, all of them say Latin
Yep.
or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So how could English be a language?
Right.
That's why I'm learning Arabic now.
I look at the Arabia. You learning to speak in the Arabic language?
Yeah. But me and my Duolingo.
Oh, man. Well, we need to get together. I know that's what you was working on.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the Kesra, the Fata, the Dama, the Ali.
Ali.
I'm on section 1, unit 2, identifying.
Okay.
names.
And see, that's why I was telling Ray too. I was like, bro, as Shriners, how can we be Shriners if we don't speak no Arabic?
Don't speak Arabic.
Exactly.
You have to know how to speak Arabic. We should when we giving that prayer, it should be in the Fatiha. It should be given in that. We shouldn't be saying it in English.
And we should have our prayer match.
Yep. We should have our prayer match, man. Man, when we had I miss all that stuff we didn't have, man. Phil got a cold.
Hold on.
Saab got a cold. Yeah,
check it out, Phil.
There it is.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep. See all my stuff.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna say it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my stuff got
yeah, so
mishap.
Yeah,
mishap.
Yeah.
That's all.
So now it start again. I'm starting my little whatchamacall over there, but I'm redoing it actually. A little shrine over there.
Man, you saw that little old pyramid they said.
Oh man, yeah, hey woo. Saul ordered a pyramid right from Temu.
it's little.
Hey man, listen, that pyramid. Hey, look, it look like this. How about this?
Bigger.
That is bigger than this?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. But what you saw, I thought it was about that size when you showed it to me.
Big compared to that thing about that big.
Wow. Oh, that's another thing too. I'm glad y'all, because Tim was talking about the pyramids, right? He was like, yeah, man, they went down up into the chamber and into the down part. I was like, Tim, that's the actual real part of the pyramid.
Right.
Oh, you talking about the fact that they finally found some shafts in the Cheops pyramid.
Right, exactly.
Yep.
So Tim was talking about the other day. He was like, yeah, because you know the top, and when you go up, I was like, that's just where the energy flows. I said the real structure is built from the ground up.
It's right.
And that's how it's supposed to be built.
Yeah.
Thus, in masonry, what do we talk about? From the ground up. You are raised from a what?
Hey, but see, you got to remember, it's as above, so below.
Below, exactly.
So it's not a it's really not a pyramid.
It's really not.
It's really a diamond.
It's a diamond. It's four-sided, and it's four-sided.
Yeah,
it's definitely four-sided. It's definitely that's another thing me and Pass was building on too, about the Cain and Abel, because he was reading the Cain and Abel story, and I was like, but when you flip it, it's actually a degree.
Yes,
because I was like, what did Adam and Eve do? They sold what? Fig leaves for what? Aprons. And it didn't say apron. It said aprons.
Right. Yep.
Plural. More than one. And then I was like, so as I'm telling them, I said, what was Cain and Abel? Didn't they have to give offerings?
There you go.
Right. They had to give an offering. You know what I'm saying? If thou doest not well, will thou be accepted?
That's right. And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Sin lieth at the door.
At that door.
What did that
That's
say?
right.
That's right.
You follow? So I'm telling her, I was like, you never knew that, Pass? He's like, nah. I said, man. And then I said, who was the edifice of brass and silver and all that? Tubal Cain.
Yeah.
That's in the Cain and Abel story.
Because Tubal Cain, wasn't that their grandfather?
It was, that was Lamech's son.
There you go, Lamech. I knew he was somebody.
Ada and Zilla was his wives.
Yeah.
Yeah, just looking, I was like, man, this is verbatim. We study this, man. It ain't like we play with it. We study it for real. I tell you this,
Yeah.
verbatim.
And believe it or not, before you can become a member of our subordinate lodge, you have to study the Cain and Abel story.
Yeah, that's us. That's the first thing before you come into Hootie. You got to know the Cain and Abel story.
story.
Because it's what? Am I my brother's keeper?
Am I my brother's keeper? Come on now.
Yes, sir.
Am I my brother's keeper? So that's always been our anthem since we've been over there when we first started Atun Ray. You have to learn Genesis 4. That's mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
That is mandatory.
That's good.
Yeah.
I actually like that.
Yeah. You got to learn Genesis 4. That's mandatory.
Because if you can't be your brother's
Keeper,
keeper and
man,
you're trying to come into a brotherhood.
Good. Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
His consonants were wroth. They failed. He was mad because his offering wasn't accepted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Abel's was. And he was mad at him. So what did he do? He slew his brother.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth.
In the earth.
That's what a lot of black folks are doing now.
Now, yes, sir. That's real, bro.
They're jealous of the other
brothers.
so they
Yep.
slew
them. Yep, the other brother or sister. That's what they do.
That's why so many bodies dropping.
Yep.
That's right.
Exactly what they do, man. I was talking about that like with the youngsters, man. I was like, man, you grew up together, man. Then you want to do bodily harm and kill the person you grew up with.
Yeah,
like a brother, man.
Right. We know quite a few people. They used to go to school, pick each other up for school in the morning and have cereal and say hey to each other's mama and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to kill each other.
And now they trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
Or killing each other.
Over stupidness.
Over straight stupidness, man.
Of nothing they have control of.
Nothing they have control of. That's the next biggest part. You don't even have control of it, man. 500 366. I definitely don't know who that is. I know that's a
what, that scam?
Yeah, or the help people. I got it.
I'm so sick of them calls.
Man, I thought to take me off your list. I got help. I don't need. I got county care, man. Leave me alone. I got the best shit.
And I tell them, like, what call
for me? Take me off your list. They still keep you on the list, man. That is crazy. How
you feeling?
I'm well, man. I'm well.
You know I don't want to hear that no more, right?
Huh?
You know I don't want to hear that no more, right?
Oh no, I don't want to hear that no more.
D-Dub told me that. I said I could jump through this phone, call that nigga, and choke him because he know better.
That's right.
He's gonna come up there and go up under his robe and wiggle up under his robe. He put that on the thing. Tank is hilarious, man.
Hilarious.
I told you, man, we don't belong in no hospitals, man.
No. We're going to hospital. They trying to kill us now.
Yeah. We gotta start having our own shit, man. You see,
we need our own hospital.
Over there, man. I keep herbs and things, man.
I just tried that mushroom coffee.
Man.
Okay.
I heard about that.
To try to help my digestion. And actually it's pretty good.
I got so many I can't give them up. This was doctor trying to give me
some foolishness.
You already know. Trying to give me all these goddamn pills.
What the hell is all that?
All this shit. I don't take none of this shit, man.
What the hell? What the devil is all that, man?
This was so crazy. I know it's a scam, right? So I don't take none of this shit. I went to the doctor the other day because they was talking about my blood pressure be high.
Look.
So look, guess what I told them?
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D. Yeah. I got some potassium too. But look, this is what they tell me. your blood is down now. Because now I told him I'm taking the pill. Right, take the shit.
Right.
The machine. So I said, these motherfuckers, machine is purposely saying we got high blood pressure.
First of all, you're going to go to the doctor. The first thing they're going to say, anyway, you got high blood pressure and high sugar.
Yep. So that's what they like, man, yo shit. I said, well, look, my shit been at 100 and something, 70 something, 3 years then. And I've been all right. They say, you don't have no headaches, you don't get this. I said, no. So they upped my dosage. So I told them, yeah, I'm taking it. So when I went back, guess what my guess what my blood pressure was? 140. I said, you son of bitches is hitting the switch on that damn machine.
Mm-hmm.
Potassium. Yeah, I'm supposed to take that.
So you don't cramp.
Yeah. But I don't have no cramps.
Now, see, me, I got low potassium.
Ah, okay.
So I eat bananas. I don't
Look,
mess with that food.
I had my potassium was so high when the doctor told my mama, tell him to stop eating bananas. His potassium is too goddamn because I love bananas.
That's how I am.
I love bananas. So I used to eat. I was like, so when I went to the doctor, they gonna tell me my potassium was low. I said, you a lie. You ain't gonna try to get.
Look,
I know what you're trying to do.
look, he's a lying devil. You
Want me to spend more money? You want me to come in here and insurance and spend money, man? So
even juice my insurance.
yeah, so that's you see all that, and you see me moving around, walking around, and normal.
Bro, I don't take none of that.
Yeah, I'm not.
And
taking
I had
that.
2 strokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't feel nothing on this side.
Oh wow.
Right.
Yep.
2 strokes.
They had to teach me how to talk, how to walk, learn my name and number and all that stuff all over again.
So where did the strokes come from? Do you know?
Plaque.
Platinum?
Plaque.
Black.
Yeah.
Oh, plaque.
One got a piece of plaque broke loose off one of my vessels. Got to my brain.
To your brain.
Bam.
Wow.
Yep. So now this side is completely done.
Oh, okay. So
That's
you
why
don't feel no pain on this side of nothing.
That's why I'm always camel walking everywhere I go.
That's funny.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, that's what's up.
Too very like they like. Well, we ain't got to worry about solving camel walker. He do that every day.
Yes, sir.
Every
Yes, sir. Hey, you know we didn't tell everybody who? This
What's
is
that?
ITB Next Level Podcast.
Next Level Podcast.
Yes, sir.
We are in the building.
Got my solve here, came through.
As y'all can see, we are in the building.
Yes,
and that's what I mean. We are in the business of building.
Building. Facts. Yes, sir. So we tell everybody ITB in the building means a lot of things, not just being in the building, but we're in the process of building relationships and building up. That's what it's all about, man. Yeah. Especially building up our people. And I tell you, it's not racist. Don't think it's racist for 1 minute. Because when y'all was making sure that y'all was good, you got Chinatown, you got Greek Town, you got all these different towns, but we ain't got no Blacker Town or no, you know.
And it's even sad they got the little stuff up north, Boys Town.
Boys Town.
Exactly. You know what that is. So, you know.
So what, the south side, the west side, and the east side is what? Blacktown?
Hey, I guess. Well, at one point, you know what it was. When we had Wall Street, Black Wall Street, but they bombed it.
Yep,
both of them.
Yep.
Bombed both Black Wall Streets. We didn't need nobody. We would do for self. We were self-sustained. Everything was good. We had our own bus service, taxi service, banks, school system. We had all that. We didn't have no problems.
No.
The minute we let them in with that goddamn what's the shit they call that?
Segregation.
We lost. Then they dropped the bomb on us over there, Philadelphia.
Yeah,
you dropped the bomb on me, baby. I never knew that's what that song was about, man, until I got over. Yeah, I never knew. It was the 3 blocks that they bombed. Black Wall Street. Yep, in Philadelphia. Yep. Wow, that's crazy. And a lot of people still don't know that to this day. I was talking to somebody the other day about that. They didn't even know. So yeah, that's where that song come from, man.
Gap Band.
The Gap Band. Yep.
Yep.
Gap Band. The GAP is the 3
Uncle
blocks.
Charlie. Uncle Charlie and them.
Yep, that's the 3 blocks. I forgot the name. Greenwood something and something. But that's where Gap Band come from. GAP. Those were the 3 blocks they bought. That was the name of them. So they called it the Gap Band. Yep. I said, this shit is crazy, man. And they don't really talk about it. When we bring up Black History Month, they don't talk about that. They do not talk about Wall Street. They talk about everything. And I be telling people, I said, I'm not knocking Harriet Tubman. I'm not knocking Martin Luther King. But if y'all notice, they bring up the same people every year. Every year. It was people way greater than them that they don't talk about, man. And I'm like, man, that's why we got to do our research. That's why that book, Let's Set the Record Straight, should be in every Black school. And I'm using the word black for lack of a better word, right? But it should be in every Nubian school. That's what I should say. Yeah. It should be in every Nubian school. I'm going to send it to you, too. I'm definitely going to send it to you. That's this right here. That's this book right here. Matter of fact, I want you to see one of our great brothers.
Oh, you already got a lot of it highlighted.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I stay in it. Hey, we stay in the books.
Excuse me.
I don't know why this acting up? I'm trying to get to the front of here.
That thing you touch the screen?
Yep, this touch screen.
Tell you, I feel like an old man.
This is what I was trying to get to. This the author of that book. You see what he is.
Whoa. Then he got Shrine. He got his fez on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see the stumbles at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. It's Tarbush.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's Brother Divine.
The Grand Al Motif Divine, Imperial
The Grand Al Motif Divine.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Malachi York. You ever heard of him?
Yeah.
I'm sure you have. There's no way you haven't.
Oh, what did I say at my hand there? No, I can't see.
International Supreme Council.
720.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
720. You got your 720?
Yep.
You got your 720? For real. So it only 360 and 360. That's what we were just talking about. The circle and square.
That's it.
You definitely got yours. And then the International Supreme Council of Shrines and Court, head of the Council of the Nine, the Grand Motif or Shrine, a direct descendant of the Prophet Muhammad of Arabia through the Mahdi of Nubia, Sudan. Mm-hmm. And that's the book also I sent you, the Alamana.
So he's a prophet.
No doubt. Did you get the Alamana from me?
Mm-mm.
Man, I could have sworn I gave it to 2, right?
But you put the whole book in the
whole book in the shrine.
On the shrine thread.
A while back. Alamana. Whoops.
Go to gallery.
I'm going to bring it up right now for you.
I see it.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, download that. Read that. That's why 2 Ray been on fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he been on fire, man. I'm like, he ain't been the same, man.
Because I can send it to my so I could put it in my download.
What you want to put it in? Because I'll send it to you again. That way you can put it in.
Yes. Send it to me.
I'll send it to you right now.
Directly to me.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. I'll send it directly to you.
So I can put it in my books.
But yeah, in that Alamana,
I got it.
Okay.
I'll pull it up.
All right. Hold on. Hey, Sherry, how you doing? I'm all right. What's wrong?
Sound like me.
Okay, that's good. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to make a call, and I know what the problem is because I don't think it came from the original source myself. It didn't come from the original source, so I'm gonna definitely make a call. Well, look, this is what you do. Keep what you got. What you do, keep what you got, because I'm gonna get that back, and I'm gonna. Good. Okay.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay. No. Let me. I'll make some calls, and I'll definitely get back with you. Okay. No problem. I told you. Anytime you got a problem, let me know. Okay. No. Okay. Thank you. Yep. I'll make sure I get that to you. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. I do real business. I don't play games.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who glasses put them in there.
What glass? Oh, here we go. This one I was looking at.
Put this in there.
I don't know. Where did that come from?
It's in the pictures.
I don't know who put that in there, but I wouldn't have no compass and square in there with the shrine and stuff.
No.
I don't know who did that. Where? Some that Saab showing me.
It's in our shrine group, a picture.
And it's got
why they got the two with the compass and square in there? They should know that's off and that's not
right.
That's not right.
Should never have that in there.
Nope. Two separate entities.
So this book right here that I'm gonna send to you. Come on up.
30 pages.
Mm-hmm.
See, I go to the crib print this stuff out because I can see. Reading on that phone would drive me crazy.
See this, yeah. And definitely once you put it on something, you're gonna be able to see everything. You see how clear it is.
Yep.
It's super clear. But in this book alone, I promise you, when you get to reading this, sorry, you'll never be the same.
That's the one I just forwarded
to
myself.
Okay. Yep. It breaks down everything. Why we don't call it Fez and why we call it the tar bush, all that.
Yeah.
That's why he did that
when we had our last meeting.
Yep. Because I showed him. It talks about what did the Greeks say about Egypt. It go into everything. When I say everything, it's gonna tell you how the Europeans can't tell us jack shit. Nothing. How we gave them the information. Time, dates, names, all that. All this going. So whenever you see, now these hero Freemasons are so bent on keeping the secrets that they think they have from you that the Grand Lodges have been excommunicated in a sense from other Grand Lodges for allowing blacks or Negroes into the lodge, as it states in the book entitled The Lodge and the Crab by Roland C. Blackmeyer. In other jurisdictions, several propositions not here mentioned are regarded with great.
Where you reading that at?
The Alamana.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Then they go into you talk about your boy Albert Pike now.
Yep.
That's right.
You're gonna go into all of that. That's like page 7. Yep. That's 6. That's only like page 7. Just getting into. Matter of fact, I'm finna close us out. So we can, and then I can build with Saul while he's sitting right here too. So everybody, this is ITB Next Level Podcast.
Level
It's your
Podcast.
boy,
The real B-Dub.
B-Dub. And guess what? Next to me is who?
The Woo
Woo Star.
Yes, sir.
We in the
And-
building.
And Sovereign Phil Scott.
Yes, sir. And our Sarv is right here with us. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Want to thank everybody for joining us today, man. It's been a beautiful day, a beautiful show. I hope you got something out of it. You know what I'm saying?
We gave out a lot of information today.
So a lot of information today.
If you were, even if you wasn't able to grasp it all, you know,
right.
But if you was able to just take a little bit from it and make your life a little bit better, or make your understanding, overstanding a little bit better, hey, thank you.
We did our job.
Yeah.
So with that being said, peace.